Na mimi nimesema one thing, because I can see there is a dishonesty, and I understand what happened when you are raising money in the demonstrations and with morale. I can understand the deficit of trust. So I am giving you my word of honor on the blood of the Mau Mau. The issue has been that nilikuwa nimewachia watoto too much. You understand? And people have been criticizing these children. Me, I applaud them because they made us think we need to support them. I'm among the people who say I made mistakes in my young age. Watu wasikuwe so angry with Gen Z. They did the best they could. Lakini sasa imefika wakati wazee waingie, na mimi najua vile unasema, because I understand, but please don't lose this opportunity to reach me, because I have decided now I am going to get involved. The law requires that one's coalitions before an election, during an election, and after an election are made. At some point before and after are deposited at the political party registrar. And all these are to stop political appetite of greed, to stop the kind of nonsense we are seeing now was anticipated by the Political Parties Act. In other words, you are electing oranges and inheriting melons. I must announce to this country, we have a serious problem, because the parties that stood at the general election of 2022 as either parties of a coalition or coalition of parties, the parties that are now bringing problems to this nation, none of them are complying with the Political Parties Act. None of them were held to an election by which the people of Kenya, in their majority or their minority, voted. We were presented in this nation with Mama na Baba against RUTO na GACHAGUA. We are now dealing with RUTO na Baba na GACHAGUA wamepadlizana. Hakuna mama, hakuna baba. How is it possible that 16 million Kenyans, their votes mean nothing? Their votes mean nothing. That you don't go to Raila Odinga position at the AU, you decide tomorrow you sack your DP, your William Ruto, and 16 million people mean nothing. Look, I have decided today as Tony GACHOKA, and I'm telling you people, if you don't want to do anything, I don't care if you don't want to do it. It is not possible. It is unconstitutional. It is illegal. It is devoid of logic. It's nonsensical. Why did we go to elections? How can we go to elections in this nation? How can we wake up, my mother and my children and all of us, to elect Raila when we are electing Ruto? Then Ruto and Raila are together. Alafu watucheze game. Ati wametoa GACHAGUA na wameweka ODM na ODM wameingia. What is the purposes of elections? So I'm calling upon Kenyans under the Bill of Rights. Let this nation go down if it must. But if we blink at this motion, at this moment in history, let nobody say Tony GACHOKA never said it. This is the darkest moment in the history of this nation. When elections mean nothing, when abductions, when Baba is the escort of this guy called Ruto, when this political class, an IG or police cannot agree or obey a court order, they shoot our children like goats. And then we sit here and we agree. They reconstitute the cabinet. And now we are waiting that they, I don't know, appoint a new DP, and they are saying Duale or Sudi. They are playing with our minds, against our tribes and against our conscience. Yet we elected them separately. So me, I want to say this, and I want to say this clearly for those who want it to be heard. You, Raila Odinga, and you, Kalonzo Musyoka, and all of you who have been in this politics, I'm giving you a deadline. Those who are in the opposition and those who are in government, we are no longer begging anyone. We cannot allow this country to be raped when we have the Bill of Rights. And it is true, there are many who have died. That is true. But why I want to talk today very loudly, William Ruto, I'm talking to you. I met you in my house when you were a boy. Wewe Ruto, mimi GACHOKA nakwambia. Wacha Wanjigi talks every day when he met you. I met you when you were a boy. And I'm telling you, come for me. Stop going for Murala. Stop going. You come for me if you're a man. Na mimi nakwambia leo, mimi natangaza nimekataa. Na kama mnataka kitu kiumane, wacha kiumane sasa. I want to test the capital of Tony GACHOKA in Kenya. So William Ruto, this is a public announcement to you. It's a public announcement to you, Raila Odinga. Hey, mnachukua utoto sisi, mnachukua kama sisi ni watoto. Na mimi nasema hivi, please listen and write what I'm saying. Under the Bill of Rights, I am sacrificing a total war. Na wewe Kalonzo, wewe Wamalo, I don't need your help. Mukae passengers, mukae abiria, shauri yenyu. Lakini mimi nasema what I saw with GACHAGUA, vile mnapatisha mambo 1 hour, mtakuja extend this parliament. Hawa watoto yengu mumeoa tukiona. Alafu mimi nyamaze. Apana. I am announcing a national crisis. I am announcing a rape of the Constitution of Kenya. I am saying this is an abrogation of the will of the people as captured in chapter 4. And I am asking that Kenyans on an online petition, wherever you are here or in the diaspora, one and all, you must append your signature and you must bring to account, including the judiciary, not limited to parliament, not limited to anybody but yourself. The sovereign will of the people of Kenya has been violated. We went to elections that have been cancelled by a president and an opposition leader called Raila Odinga. The ODM led the massacre against GACHAGUA, the man who had led traps in State House. Those traps were for the people of Kenya. There is nowhere where Kenyans are involved. It is Raila versus GACHAGUA versus Ruto. Why did we vote? Why should we stand and vote in this nation? Tony, good. So can I give hope why I'm doing 2 spaces in one day? You know, Paul Muite is the lead counsel wa GACHAGUA juu. Ukienda kwa Muite unajua kila kitu imeenda. So what I'm telling the people of Kenya, we can use the GACHAGUA execution, the window of the GACHAGUA execution. I think we have a maximum of 7 days to save Kenya. Because GACHAGUA, as I understand it, on Thursday, the Senate will impeach him. Then there will be days for which his lawyers will file a motion in court. Wakenya mnanisikiza. And they will ask for an injunction for him to go or not to go. As I know it, 2 scenarios will happen. A gazette notice will be published on the night of Thursday. Alafu ataapishwa Kindiki on Thursday morning before the courts wake up. I'm told that wali offer DG Nyoro akuwe Minister of Interior, amekataa. I don't know if it's true or not, to appease Mount Kenya. This guy is not sleeping. He's working to disrupt the constitutional order. But huyu GACHAGUA amesema choma nyumba, choma mama. Sasa mimi nasema, let us use his misfortune. Let us turn as Kenyans the focus back to this Ruto. Mulikuwa mumeanza choma dereva, choma makanga. Na hiyo ilimstua. And now we are going back now to wait like kama tumelala. Na mimi nawaambia mukikubali tukue na petition na tuanze kuweka focus on Ruto. When the judiciary now must also listen to us because there is a constitutional crisis, then we can put the people against the judiciary and parliament. And GACHAGUA and them can do their game. But we use the opportunity of the chaos. The enemy of your enemy is my friend. Kenyans, wake up. Don't let Ruto finish GACHAGUA. Let GACHAGUA become the guy who can even remove a bomb to finish this Zakayo. Tukisimama saa hii, wacheni kufikiria how much you hate GACHAGUA. This time, let us be available. Let him shoot GACHAGUA and shoot us. Hata wacha GACHAGUA akuje parliament machi, tupigwe risasi na yeye. ili tuwezane na Zakayo, Tony.
Daniel, I totally get you, and I support your point 100%. But yesterday, I was surprised to hear that the fate of IBC lies in the hands of good Mr. Stephen Kalonzo. GACHOKA, were you able to talk to Kalonzo regarding this issue? Was he able to respond to the IBC case?
And please don't you challenged me. Yes, I spoke to Kalonzo yesterday, but with the legal position is that Raila Odinga nominated a person. Can I explain, or you understood it yesterday? There's a panel.
No, please explain.
There's a panel that should choose the commissioners. And the panel, and Marabox and Daniel can confirm the legal basis. There's LSK, I think auditors, I can't remember the nominees. But there's one nominee of the opposition that was nominated by Raila Odinga. And Kalonzo disagreed and said that that was not the nominee of the opposition. And Raila Odinga was insisting it's the nominee. So Wiper went to court. So RUTO, because at that time, Wiper and Raila didn't believe whether they are, they're broad-based government, they are not. Kalonzo just believed something is fishy. So he went to court. And yes, it is the one in court holding up the matter, but he's holding up the matter that the nominee of Azimio, because Azimio, who is Azimio now? So it's a problem, because even legally, Azimio is Raila. So I don't know. He even asked me, so what do we do, TG? So I said, come to the spaces and tell the people that, unless if he removes the case, then Azimio put their people, then RUTO and Raila will appoint the IBC.
But is it possible for it to be heard under a matter of urgency?
Okay, so Miriam, hii mambo ni hivi, Kalonzo tukiweka pressure na mmeweka kutoka jana ameanza kusikia. So anataka kujua vile sisi tunataka. And I had some names. The biggest name is Okio Mtata. So for now, so I don't know, I don't know what Kenyans want. In the select panel, they want a man or woman of high repute. So if that's what I can tell you is that Kalonzo is coming back from New York on Sunday. So I'm told I'll be abducted on Friday night. So I'll be flying to go and say hi to my former jailers. Endelea.
To form an IBC, because once they form
you're very intelligent, so I like that. So without interrupting you, Daniel's point yesterday, you missed the space yesterday. So the argument was that whether we do a petition, an online petition to deal with the Chief Justice, I had offered a suggestion. We asked the LSK to boycott the courts. In other words, what proactive measures can citizens take? So Daniel has drafted a petition, which I've read, which is very, very compelling, that we include the Chief Justice and we include the LSK in terms of an online petition. But then Daniel's argument was that it will not work online. Mimi TG nitoke Diani tuanze kwenda barabara. Na sisi wazee tupigwe tear gas na tuwekwe ndani. Endelea. After you finish, if you invite me, I'm coming. After today, mimi nachukua passport. Unajua, kuna watu wameandikia, even my mother, wanasema no, TG we chukua pesa, tunakuamini, we kuja save Kenya, kuja London, kuja wapi. So as you talk to this, I understand. So don't talk like you're in a hurry. Listen, I understand the duty. I understand people want to see me. I'll come to London, I'll come to Finland, I'll come everywhere. Take your time. We want to hear you. Welcome.
Oh, asante. Yeah, because I think when we leverage the diaspora power, it has been a powerhouse, ongoing. So we can use our voices here because we have been somehow safe from being on the ground, seeing all this bad news every single day. So we can use our energy here and manipulate on this side and promote the
unajua unaongea kama abiria na mimi nakuambia DM me with your number. You're not listening. I've decided I'm traveling. Okay, passport yangu mimi wazungu, passport yangu niko Diani. Niko na passport of everywhere in Africa. Unaelewa? I'm leaving retirement to save Kenya. So wewe organize your village in Atlantic. I'm coming personally. Unaelewa? Mimi natoka Kenya tumalizane na hii mtu. Na mimi nimesema one thing, because I can see there is a dishonesty, and I understand what happened when you are raising money in the demonstrations and with morale. I can understand the deficit of trust. So I am giving you my word of honor on the blood of the Mau Mau. The issue has been that nilikuwa nimewachia watoto too much. You understand? And people have been criticizing these children. Me, I applaud them because they made us think we need to support them. I'm among the people who say I made mistakes in my young age. What was it so angry with Gen Z? They did the best they could. Lakini sasa imefika wakati wazee waingie, na mimi najua vile unasema, because I understand, but please don't lose this opportunity to reach me, because I have decided now I am going to get involved.
The MPs are comfortable.
Can you emphasize that issue? Can you emphasize that issue? I've never thought about what you said, but that's very important. So you are saying we should ask Kalonzo. Could you be more specific
We can ask
about Mutata? No, I wanted you to. That was a very important thing you said in passing. Could you say it so it's clear?
Mutata is demonstrated. He has enough scars to demonstrate. He has gone for these and previous regimes head on. He's a good choice. And Kenyans will support
and
him.
And Kalonzo will be trusted if he chose Mutata. Ili hiyo mambo ya who is the president, no nani, no, very important point you're making. So atumie Mutata.
For now, as IBC, we deal with Mutata to be in selection panel. Mambo ya president na hiyo ingine tuendelea nayo once we move this bridge.
But if Kalonzo does Mutata now, he'll gain the support or at least the trust of the Gen Z. Yeah.
Sure, 100%. Mutata is well acceptable among the Gen Zs. We support him, he's courageous, and I salute him for whatever work he's doing.
Wait, before you land, Anthony, and don't want you to speak, Anthony and Daniel, nyinyi sasa mwambie Kioni na Wamalwa vile, who is this contributor? Can you check what he's suggesting? I want that proposition given to Kalonzo from the Gen Z.
And I'm ready to stand by it.
No. Can I help you? I'm trying to help you a bit. Could you guys within and Daniel will speak later, but there's a proposition that in the select panel, if there was a compromise of Mutata, then all these things can bring an issue. It's something I want to think about, but not on air. And the land.